What's up? How's everybody doing? How's everybody?
We turned his picture off.
Y'all killing me, man. I'm putting the cameras on, man. Come on, man. Nobody's uglier than me.
I'm not.
I turned my camera on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. Hey, how's it going? Sorry for short notice. I know y'all probably got a short notice on that, but I did want to talk to y'all before this test tomorrow, and I'll show you some stuff I did and just catch up with y'all a minute.
I was gonna ask tomorrow for lab.
Here's more people. I did a waiting room. We've been having some people like breaking into some of these Zooms and doing some crazy stuff, so we thought we better be a little more careful with the password. And what's up, man? Aaron? What's up? Let's give everybody a minute to get in. I'm not going to take too much of y'all's time. I want to show y'all, make sure, I think I went in there and made sure the practice test was working right. Is everybody?
Mom, come here.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
No, how many of y'all working too much? You know you are. Y'all need to not try. That's the only problem with this, man. I think after the corona hit, everybody went and got a 60-hour-a-week job and paying their car off and everything else. Nobody's wanting to do any schoolwork. I'm picking. Let's see. We got 13 people. That's not bad. I don't know how many we got. Probably got about 50 people in lab in these three. I got 3 of these MP2s. Thank y'all. I have one section, AMP1, there's about 16 people, and nobody would turn their camera on. It sounded like somebody was giggling the whole time. It was really entertaining. I mean, I hope it was a little sister or something, little kid. It was funny. But I just want to walk you through some stuff. We always learn something new about Canvas every day, or our online classes. And Miss Nickens, and y'all know Miss Nickens, some of y'all have her for lab, and she's our e-learning coordinator, and she knows. You would think between me and her, I thought we knew most stuff about. I didn't think we could learn a whole lot about Canvas, and one of the teachers showed us something yesterday that we thought was pretty cool. We don't see y'all side of stuff. I don't get to see y'all side of things. And so let me show you something that I did. I pulled up into the area that y'all could see, and it shows you the grade distribution, how the grades are determined. And I know that's kind of weird. I thought y'all were seeing that, but when I have a daughter looking at some of it, y'all don't see that when y'all go to grades. Y'all don't see the syllabus, the breakdown of everything, what everything counts. Okay, I want to show y'all that, and I want to show you the practice test. I know most of y'all have already taken it, but we'll just take a look at it. I think there was an error in the practice test. My goodness. Okay, and the thing about it is, when we put together that test, there's test banks out of each chapter. So every time you take it, it's asking a different part of that male reproductive picture. So you basically just got to know that picture. You know what I'm saying? So where you get in there, like, that picture's probably coming on the test tomorrow. When you get whatever pictures in there, those are the ones you need to be looking at, because it's very similar. So basically, you're getting some of the same questions you're going to get tomorrow, except you just don't know which one you're going to get, and each student may get a different one. Okay? Like there's one of them, I think people put seminal in the seminal vesicle in the male reproductive system. And I went in there and it had 5 different spellings of that. But if you put seminal vesicle gland, it counted it off. Or if you just put seminal, it counted it off. But I'll go back and check that reproductive test from last week or something. But I think this is mainly the error was on the practice test. And so I've got a couple teachers worked really hard on that, and we just didn't get a chance to beta test it. But I'll probably, when you take the final, if you really think one of them is wrong, you know, I'll make a note of it. If two people say it's wrong, then I'm probably going to go back. I'll go back in there and check it for that person that took it. I have to look at your individual test they give you. Okay. But just let's just take a look at this real quick. I think maybe we got everybody that's going to be here. And I think it'll beep in if somebody comes back in. I want to go back in the class and show y'all. And I still ain't figured out the best way to do this. So y'all just bear with me. I'm going to have to go back into Canvas. And I just want to show you what I put in there. I think this will help. Oh, there comes somebody joining us late. I'll let them in. And I may go back in there and cut everybody down because I think I hear some back. I want y'all mute y'allself real quick. This that way y'all won't get any back sounds or whatever. I think I got it here. I got it. Okay, but look right here. Let me find y'all. Lord help us. Make sure I get it right. Here's our grade. Here we go. But look, I put in this is how we set up a class. It's called assignments. And if you look at this, it shows you the breakdown. And so somebody, and I want to apologize. One of y'all was taking a quiz today, the practice quiz, and I really appreciate y'all went in there and saw you had like a 90. I forgot what it was, like a 95, and you took the test, practice test, and it fell down to 94, and they were pretty upset, as I would be too. But I was in here cleaning this up this afternoon. I've been able to go to the building and work. And look, so I put all these little quizzes, you know, the hundreds y'all got for uploading those pictures. If you got one missing, just redo it. There's our quizzes that we had before midterm, and these are a little bit out of order. But those are the ones that we had since midterm. And I think I just went ahead and give y'all 100 for a discussion board. Merry Christmas. So we got like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15 of those. I have a drop. I've got one drop grade right now, I believe. But I'll come in here after we take the final, like on Monday, and I'll give y'all some more drop grades. Okay. So I'll probably go give another drop grade or two. I'm going to manipulate this one to get the grades higher. Okay. But I'm going to have to move this picture of everybody. Sorry. But this is 33%. And right now I've got it set with one drop grade, drop in the lowest grade. But this kind of shows you how I'm doing the grade. Now, I thought y'all could see that all along. So I was kind of shocked to find out yesterday y'all couldn't see that. Okay, and then the practice midterm counts 0. It doesn't count anything. And then the final exam, the access is no points, but the final is 100 points. It counts a third, and then the midterm's a third. So when y'all get through tomorrow, and I left mine open tomorrow, y'all can take it anytime tomorrow. It needs to be done by 11 o'clock. But you'll only have like 45 minutes to take it. And it'll probably be about 60 or so things to do. So you're not going to have time to Google these answers. Y'all follow me? Don't try to memorize. I mean, don't try to go look them up. The idea is to take this practice test till you're making like an 80 or 90, let's say a 90, and you'll make a 90 on the regular test. You'll have plenty of time. I mean, in other words, that pace, get that up to where you're making a 90. I think both of those are set about the same time. You got it. But what I'll do is when we get the grades done, and I apologize, my internet went down at home. I am at home tonight, but it went down for about a week, and that's why I didn't check in with y'all much. But y'all were doing your work, and I mean, most of y'all are doing fine. I don't think we had hardly just a few out of 10. So y'all were excellent. So proud of y'all. And I will put this up for everybody else I'll YouTube it up and put a link in here for them to hear it. But when I'm going to kind of come in Monday or Tuesday and do the grades in here, and I'll just sit here and look at it. And I know who the people in here that's probably going to make an A. I mean, it should make an A. And I mean, I know several of y'all pretty well. And I've enjoyed y'all this year. I'll just look at that and say, hey, okay, you know, that person probably should have had a 97. This I got a 90 or 89. I'm going to go in there and do drop grades. But if I see everybody bums a final, I may make it count less. You know, I may tweak this down to 30 and raise the midterm up a little bit. So I do have a right to do that as a teacher to get the grades right, fair. Okay. Especially if y'all do really bad. I mean, because I know we got a lot going on and a lot of y'all working, and this is not the way I do the final. I like to actually put pins in the cat, and the class average should be around 70 if you took it in person. This is, in fact, the A&P2 is the easiest test of the 4 we had in A&P. So I may, you know, go in there and do some drop grades. I may curve it. I may go in there and just add 5 or 6 points on everybody's test. So don't freak out if you see you made an 80 and then come back as 86 or 87. I just went in there and curved everybody 6 points. okay? And y'all have had me in lecture. Y'all know I do that some anyway in lecture. But I'm very open to making sure I'm going to look at those grades, and there's going to be every one of y'all that's in that class of 20, they're going to be 5 A's in there at least, maybe 6, 7. This should not be, I don't want to see anybody go from an A to a C. I would be very hard to see that. That's going to bother, I'm not going to do, I would probably not let that happen if I can, okay? So I'm just not going to do that. In the same sense, if you made a 20 on the midterm, you should be in there. You should have done got out, right? A 20 counting a third of your grade is not going to be possible to get an A. You follow me? But I do know that some of y'all, I don't mind if we get some B's pulled up from D's and stuff like that. But I'm going to be fair. I'm going to use that. Okay. And let me show you, and I'm going to go back to modules now and show you where but isn't that kind of cool? And I didn't know y'all can see that. So I will always put that in there where you can see, because then one of y'all would go, hey, Robin, something's in the wrong place, you know. And that's what happened today. I came in today and some of these quizzes were in the wrong column. And that's why it made that, one of the ladies, your grade changed, not because you did anything wrong. I had these in the wrong column. So I had to check. They were in the wrong columns. Okay. Those grades. Okay. And then, so we can go to the practice right here. Went too far. Sorry. So here's the final review. And I'm going to preview it real quick. I know y'all been taking it. Now, another thing that's a really big deal is don't use your Apple phone or an Apple computer without using Google Chrome or Firefox. And I think several of y'all, and I just forgot to tell y'all that. I'll probably post that, I need to write that in here somewhere. But if you do, and obviously I'll just reset and let you take it over. So don't anybody go jump off the Tallahassee Bridge or something over. You open it up and all the pictures are blank, because it does Safari, you know, which is the browser for iPhone, and the browser on. I actually am running off of Google Chrome here, and I still get a little glitches with Google Chrome. So if something is just really weird on the test, please tell me, and I will be fair. You know, I'm going to be very, very fair. But also, I just don't want y'all to just look it all up with your book. You know, there's a honor code thing y'all going to click in here, and I'm going to leave it up to God to get you on Judgment Day on that one. If you go say that, then you go in here and cheat, okay? But I'm just telling you, if everybody makes 100 on it, I'm going to make it count 10% of your grade, and we're going to go with the midterm, okay? I'm just not going to have, like I said, we had one lecture test, and that happened, and I know it's tough. Matter of fact, y'all saw that we flipped our summer schedule. Y'all saw that probably. So I worked about 13 hours Saturday moving that around, but we're going to do proctored exams online for lectures, and we're doing labs in person with 9 students in them. I'm going to try to do APII 1 in June with a Zoom lecture, and they come in and take the test on paper. So we're trying to, but they were, and I'm glad the college was nice enough. Let's do that. But you can see here, this is pretty easy. This is matching. You would have to spell everything on the final. Here's our stomach. These are the organs, right? And so sometimes these lines can get out of whack. And here you'd have to spell liver, right, for that one. So y'all got to do some spelling. And we would dissect the kidney, which is a wonderful. I'm so sad that I didn't get to dissect some of this. But y'all, I was looking for it. Y'all are such a good group. I think we would have had a great time the second half. I really like the cat dissection. Here's some nephron stuff, kidneys. And we should have some cat pictures popping up for a little while. Or reproductive. And so what it does here, here's the one I think, this is the seminal vesicle A. And actually, I think I emailed somebody tonight and did it wrong. And B is the, tell me what that one is. The prostate gland there, bulbourethra gland. That one has a couple names, B does. Okay, but that was where I think people were missing seminal vesicle. I just think she typed in that she may have done it wrong or something. I'll have to go back but don't worry, there was an error on the practice test, I think. But just make sure you know the right thing. Get that diagram out and learn it. That diagram is on the test. You know what I'm saying? So just think of it like that. You know, don't worry about what A is, because A may be over here next time. But just make sure you know that picture. Make sure you know the female part. Okay. That may be the one give everybody trouble, that 44. But I looked that one up for some seminal vesicle. Okay, there it is. The Leydig cells, there's mother cells there. And so here's our cat. Did somebody somebody email me a question? And I get so many emails, I do miss them sometimes. But that picture should come right out of our lab book. Question, somebody?
What is C?
C. C looks like the abdominal aorta.
I kept putting that, but it told me it was wrong.
Well, that was
It's
wrong.
descending.
That was wrong. That's the answer wrong. Let me actually, I'll go back in there and look at that. Okay, I'll just let you see this. Look, I can show you all this. Because these are not pulling from, I think that one, it is. That one definitely is. And it may, look, she may have had the error over here for, that's the renal, that's the ureter right here next to it. So that might have been just an error on her part. And she did. Miss Nickens been working 70 hours a week. She told me she missed that one, or missed one. Let me go back and see if I can edit that one. But it may not be 65 on another test. Okay, let me go back and check that. Okay, matter of fact, if y'all want to see how I can check that, let me do that. I'll show you all. Let me see if I can do that. Hang on. I've got to finish. I got to take it. Let it. It's not what I meant to do. Hang on. So just pulling from these test banks. Wait, that's like this one right here. Look, this is the answers that she put for that one was seminal vesicle. And I don't know what y'all were putting for A. You see what I'm saying, how that works? Let me go back to that cat, if I can find it. I was meant to do the, hang on. Let me go to the cat ones here. I'm looking for some cat stuff here. Oh, here we go. This is it right here, right? Yeah. She just missed that one. Oop. Wrong.
No, eight is the celiac trunk.
I know it. I was on the wrong one. Sorry. Oops. Cancel button. Let me make sure I got that. Make sure I didn't screw that up. Sorry. Got it. It was the next. Where was it at? It's this one, right? Yeah. See, she just missed that up. The superior mesenteric was B. So for this one, it's asking. Wait, no, that's B. Okay, maybe another one. Hang on. That's right. She used the same picture a couple times. Here it is, C. Yeah, see, she put descending aorta, and so abdominal aorta. Is that what the book say? Abdominal.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yeah, I'll make a few more answers here. Hold on.
Mr. Robinson, in the book, it marks descending aorta, and I got that one right.
Okay, but some people have recently was having trouble with that one. I would take aorta also if I could get it to type here. So if I could spell today. I usually am not as picky as they are on that. I will take that on the final. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you see how that works? And I think that helps y'all get an idea how it is. So they use the same picture and may label several things. I would just go pull those pictures out and be ready on that one. Okay. All right, I'm going to, okay. Was that helpful just a little bit to show you how that sets up? All right, I'm going to stop sharing. I do want to ask y'all another question too, if y'all don't mind. One of the things, how many of y'all are in my lecture test? You got my lecture, several of y'all do. I actually I'm thinking about moving that thing to next week because I'm really would like to give y'all a little bit more time. We actually got permission from the vice president to not have to give the 9 o'clock on Friday, but I don't want to burden y'all. Would that be a problem to somebody that's going to be heartbroken if they didn't have to take it Friday?
No.
No, sir. I'd rather take it next week.
I mean, I'm just thinking the more time you got, the more chance. I really do think that would be better because it's kind of a penalty taking that 9 o'clock time because everybody else has another weekend. And I would like to give y'all. I would like to get my lecture up tomorrow morning, so I'll put that up. I did put the other one on YouTube today. I linked it, the urinary chapter, but I'll do reproduction in the morning, and I'll put it up for y'all for lecture. But then we'll do development and maybe have a review about the test. Okay. So and I will tell you that I am gonna use the SLO, which are really easy questions that cover everything in AMP 1. Everything in AMP 2 we covered, and they're really easy. And they're going to be 50 of those, and 50 off of the new material. So it'll be a little bit easier than I intended it to be, because these SLO tests are really easy. I mean, like the average is like 85 on them anyway. So big, broad things in the early chapters, and then urinary and reproduction will be heavy on the final. Okay. And once again, I will curve it up too, but I'm going to try to limit the time where y'all won't have, and I think we have a practice. We may have a practice test on some of that. I've got to double check, but I will have a Zoom on that. I will go back over that, especially the short answer questions. I'll talk through those. Okay, and I'll give y'all more details. But back to labs. Anybody got a lab question? I really appreciate you. That's pretty good turnout. 14, 15 people tonight on short notice. But I hope that helped. And I'll put this out there on recorded so y'all can see that. I'm sorry, I just thought y'all saw those assignments. I thought they were in grade book, because that's really important for you to see. And it also lets y'all check me in case something stupid's in the wrong thing, like some little one of those discussion boards got stuck in the midterm final, then that just dilutes that or whatever, makes everybody make 100 or whatever, or worse. If you just missed it, you just made a 50. Okay, is everybody okay? Health-wise, anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, questions, anybody? Because I want to give y'all time to study that thing. The key is just take this practice. Go ahead, Nicholas. Question? Anybody? Let me unmute everybody. I don't mind y'all talking. If I can figure out how to do it. Y'all know me. Does anybody have a question?
No, sir.
But I think, now look, it's a little bit different. I'm a little bit nervous about this thing, but I do think it's pretty good. And look, don't get upset if there's an error. I'm going to probably end up just curving it anyway, just because I think there's always a chance a line's going to be out of place, right? So we're working pretty hard too, so we're stressed out too. But is everybody else's class going okay? I mean, I'm having a little bit of problem with my division of some teachers, kind of hard to get hold of sometimes. Especially, I know we've had some trouble with just trying to get people advised. But for next semester. But if y'all have any problems with somebody, especially if they're in my group, just give me a call. I mean, I'll talk to them, and be nice. I don't say your name. I just say, hey man, what's going on? Some people are talking to me about this class. We want y'all to feel like y'all were treated fairly, okay? And I do hate that I didn't get to finish this with y'all. It's the first time I've ever had anything like this in 29 years. We had that ice storm and we missed 2 or 3 weeks, I think. But this has just been really weird, really weird. Thoughts, anybody? Anybody? I'll let y'all study it. I would just keep taking it. And like I said, I'm just going to let y'all. I know some of the teachers are making them take it all together at a certain time. I felt like y'all were working and just, hey, you take it whenever you want to. You got 45 minutes. And it's going to be different if you call somebody and tell them what 3 is. Their 3 is going to be different because they're pulling from test banks, like 3 out of reproduction, 3 out of cat, and they're all going to be. This is going to be. So don't just take a picture of the test and learn your test. It will not be the one you get tomorrow. Just take it and let it teach you the stuff. Okay. Is that cool? Hey, it's been I really appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all's patience with me this semester. And I usually have AMP2 is a lot of fun, and I've had classes with half the class make an A. So if y'all do your work, and I'm going to be mega fair on the drop grades and especially that third on the weekly quizzes and stuff. I think y'all just tore those up. Especially when we got a picture, and I just spot grade those pictures. So if you got a picture missing, just send it to me. And I know a couple of y'all may have emailed it to me. If I didn't get it graded, just email it to me again. Don't be ugly. Just say, hey, you missed this one, and I'll count it. The pictures of the book, right? The lab book pictures of some of that. I'm still had a few holes in some of that. But if you look in there, if you got a 0 on something, I don't care if it's the first week. You can go back and send me a picture of the book. I'll count it. I'm not going to be ugly with y'all about that, okay? And hey, if I can help any of y'all out in the future, Atlanta, I had you for 2 classes. You got a letter reference, and any of you guys have a letter reference for me if y'all need it, okay? Anything going forward, I will tell you, I think that these schools are going to be pretty lenient on this semester grades because, it's just been tough. I would not hold a bad grade, a B in this class against anybody, or C, because it's just too much going on. And we don't know what the future is. Where y'all going? Is everybody, I guess some of y'all are going to be here next year, maybe nursing school. They're doing virtual clinicals right now, and they're using the Zoom camera. They're making you set the camera down like we did on that test, and I may do that on our final and lecture. I may make the lecture final all take it at the same time on Tuesday, or at least try to, maybe 2 or 3 times. Like we did on that test. I give y'all 2 or 3 options. We'll just talk about that maybe Friday or Saturday, Monday or something. But we'll do it. We'll try to have our test next Tuesday. I think everybody's doing APII on Tuesday, so we'll all be taking the final at the same time. But I do think that the nursing school used a respondus lockdown camera where they're looking at your face, and then they made them put their Zoom across the room and watch them, and that's worked out pretty good. If they couldn't do that, they had to come into the library. But if y'all know of anybody that can't get online to take their final, you can come to make an appointment and come to Northwest and take it. They're opening computer banks on all 3 campuses, with less than 9 in the room. Okay. All right. Yes, please, Audrey.
So, are we having to download the lockdown browser to take the test?
I'm not going to make y'all use it. It's fine. That's okay, because here's the deal. It just keeps you from opening up another window. If you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat. I know you understand. Because
I had to download another browser to be able to take one of my tests, and it was a mess.
Okay, yeah. Some of them use it, but we didn't matter, because here's the problem. It messes up. It locks up sometimes. I'm not a big fan of it. I have had problems in the past with our Blackboard. We use Blackboard, but I think it's better. But if you don't have a new updated version, it can mess up. So I think that teacher's probably going to test it. They do like a little beta test with a practice quiz or something. Should have.
When we did it, it just lagged, and it was a mess. So
that's what I'm talking about. I'm just going to leave it alone and just beg y'all not to cheat and just learn the material, because I'm just telling you, if everybody makes an A, I'm just going to make it worth 10%. And I'll go with the midterm. I'll stand by the midterm grade. I know y'all took it. And it was actually harder than the final. Okay, so I feel like, that midterm grade was pretty solid. Okay, so I don't want to do it. If I do that, I will announce that. Legally, I will go out and put an announcement that says, these are the new grading columns or whatever. Yeah, so no ma'am, you don't have to use that. But if you do it and it messes up, do not have a nurse breakdown. I trust y'all enough to where I'll just reset it and make you take it over, okay? Especially if the pictures don't show up. If you actually take it on Safari or something, it's going to be a mess. Okay, I will see y'all. If y'all have any questions, y'all can, hey, look, if y'all call me on the Google Chrome number, some of y'all call me, be sure and leave your number in the voicemail. Because what it's doing is everybody that's calling me through that comes back as a Ranger alert. I don't get your phone number. Finally, I was able to text one of y'all, but just say, hey, it's Robin. Here's my number, and I'll just call you back on my cell phone. Just don't, sell it to some telemarketer or whatever. I don't care. I'm an old man. I don't care. Whatever. But I don't mind y'all have my cell phone number. Y'all can call me. But I'll just call you back and get on that number or whatever, on my cell phone number. But don't be afraid to call me if something breaks down or you just get real frustrated. I'll talk you down. I'll probably talk about 8 teachers off the cliff this last month. A lot of them got upset. I had never seen Miss Strong so mad over a quiz chapter, a lecture test. Some of y'all may have been in there. It's just cheating. She was so upset. So had to cool her down. All right. We love y'all. Y'all be safe. Okay, I'll see y'all.
Wait, Mr. Robinson, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for our exam tomorrow, do we get 8 to 11 in the morning?
Do it now?
Is our lab final from 8 to 11 in the morning?
It's 8 to 11 at night, I think.
Okay, I was just making sure because then you sent a lecture Zoom meeting for 10.
Yeah, I will go back and check that. I'll go look. I meant for it to be 8 to 11 at night. So you just need to be done by midnight. So if you want to take it at 10 o'clock tomorrow night and practice all day, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay, because I know y'all taking it to, 2 people in probably the same computer or whatever, separate times. So yeah, I don't mind at all. That's Hayden, Haley, whoever that was. No, let me go check it. Because look, y'all know me, man. I can hit AM real quick instead of PM. So, these clicks. But I'll go back and check it. But I think I was going to do that reproductive chapter tomorrow, and I invited the majors biology class. Alana, you'll like that because we covered that kind of a little bit in there. And I actually had a couple of them said I didn't do Zoom with them on their lectures, so I just kind of turned them loose. They're all, it was pretty much they were doing well, and I didn't feel like they're gonna have much more classes before they get into med school. But y'all are gonna this bunch needs to know something because nurses next year. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow for that. But now I'll make sure it's 11 o'clock at night. You got 8 till to midnight or 11.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be done at 11, but I'll check it.
Okay, thank you.
No, my pleasure. Miss you guys. Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
Anybody else? I really have. It's been, I'm a people person. I'm about to go crazy. My 20-year-old's ready to see somebody but her mom and daddy. Y'all pray for her. No, she's a sweetie. All right, I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all so much, okay? Wait, I know who I missed. Hold on. Hey, I got somebody coming in late. Let's see. She has a question. I'm sorry. Hey, where we at? I'm sorry, Kaylin. I didn't see you down there in the waiting room. Sorry about that. You okay, Kaylin? Kaylin.
I'm good. I'm just trying to finish up my the review.
No problem. I'm sorry. Did you have any questions before I cut off? I was just, I record this. I'll put it back up. It'll be up in the morning if y'all need to rewatch it. But I just showed them how, look at that area for assignments. It shows you your grades, what everything counts. And I know I went over that in the syllabus, but Lord, I would never remember that. I just thought y'all saw that every time y'all went to grade book, and I found out yesterday y'all don't. And Miss Nickens is really the smartest person we got on campus, and she did not know that. Miss Carter showed it to us. So I'm sliding that up there with y'all. That'll be going forward anytime anybody takes one of ours next year. I want y'all to see how your grades determine. That's important to us. And that way y'all see if we made an error somewhere, if we got something in the wrong column. But just take the practice test, Kaylin, and then you got till like 11 o'clock tomorrow night to take it. Take the real test.
Okay, thank you.
So just take that practice and look, what I was telling them was don't try to memorize the test you take. It's different every time you take it. But the picture is the same. It may be a different letter. So I would take that male, female, just learn that as 2 pictures. You know, those cat pictures that pop up, learn those, and you'll do fine on the test.
Okay, thank you.
Is that cool?
Mhm.
Anybody else? All right. Hey, I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And like I said, it's gonna be different for us in the fall too. I don't know. Education's been taking a big shuffle in it. They're talking enrollment's already down for enrollment at senior college next year, 15-20%. So a lot of people may be taking a semester off or whatever, you know. But I'm meeting tomorrow for our alternate plan for fall. So we're just gonna have an emergency plan because we were not ready for this at all this time, as y'all know. Okay. So anyway, thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all. We'll have a debriefing. I'll come on one out and let y'all ask me about the final grades if you want to. You know, because I like to go over the final and I can't let you, but I can at least go answer your questions. Okay. I'll see y'all. Everybody be good. See y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for Cameron and everybody that Cameron. Thank y'all. I like seeing y'all. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And Google, call me if you have a question.